Hello, good day everyone. So today we're going to tackle about the 7.4 responding to the needs of the country and local communities under the school as an agent of social change. So for this topic, we're going to look at how schools are not just a place for learning, but also institutions that respond to the needs of the society. In other words, education plays a big role in improving both communities and the country. But before anything else, please read our learning objectives first. So, the main idea here is that education shapes society. It's not just about gaining knowledge, but also preparing people or students to handle real life situation. So through this education, individuals became more capable of contributing to their communities and helping to solve social issues. So moving on, during the American period, community schools were established to connect education with real life needs. So these schools help build strong partnership between schools and communities while developing responsible citizens. So this part shows that even in the past, education was already connected to real life needs, where schools were designed to not just teach but to prepare individuals to become responsible members of the society. So at the same time, they help build strong relationships between schools and communities. So we have here the role of community schools. So community schools became centers of the knowledge when access to education was still limited. So they supported economic and cultural growth and, and it shows the government's commitment to provide equal access to quality education. So in here we can see that schools became very important, especially when access to education was still limited. So they still serve as the main source of knowledge in many areas. So because of these, people help improve both economy and culture of communities. So this shows that education creates opportunities for growth. So moving on to the growth into universities. And many community schools later developed into community college and eventually became state colleges and universities. So these institutions continue to influence national development today. So this section explains how school develops over time. Many small community schools eventually became college and universities. So this means that their impact also grew from helping small communities to contributing to national development. So this explains how the schools developed over time, where many community schools eventually became colleges and universities. So this means that their impact also grew from helping small communities to contributing to a national development. So we have trade and agricultural schools. So trade and agricultural schools shows how education can improve people's life. So they produce professionals and scientists who help develop agriculture for production and to the economy. So this focuses on how education responds to practical needs. Instead of focusing only on theories, these schools train individuals in skills that are useful in real life. So for instance, we have the world-renowned University of the Philippines, Los Baños, which is famous in the field of agriculture, forestry, and any other professional fields in the Philippines and in Asia of Pacific region. So some outstanding agriculture schools are the Central Luzon State University, Central Mindanao University, and Mariano Marcos State University. We have here also Eastern Visayas State University and many other agricultural universities. So moving on to the institutional impact on society, we have Suleiman University, where it demonstrates how a school can influence social transformation through leadership development, cultural contributions, and environmental research. So it particularly in marine conservation. So this example shows that school can influence more than just academics, where Suleiman University contributed to leadership development, cultural growth, and environmental protection. So other schools have done noble contributions to nation building. The following are just a few examples. So first, we have the UP Baguio Research in the Indigenous Peoples Culture in Cordillera region. Next, we have Ateneo de Manila University is also known for its contributions in helping poor people in various parts of the country, and it has a collaboration with the other agencies and institutions like Gawad Kalingas, and its mission is to end poverty and serve the poor. So next, we have the Miriam College in partnership in developing children's literacy in poor communities. We have the St. Scholastica's College Program for empowering women and in promoting gender equity. We have the UP College of Law, or the Law Center for providing free legal assistance for poor people. Next is the F, the Central Visayas Institute of Technology for developing science literacy by building a good science and mathematics program in small town of Jagna in the province of Bohol. We have the E, the UP College of Law, Law Center for providing free legal assistance for poor people. So F, we have the Central Visayas Institute of Technology for developing science literacy by building a good science and mathematics program in a small town of Jagna in the province of Bohol. G, Mindanao State University for advancing the education of Muslims and indigenous group in Mindanao. We have H, the Mary Johnston College of Nursing for serving the health needs of poor families in Tondo, Manila. Next one, we have TESTA, which is schools all over the country are helping to develop vocational and technical skills of millions of students. So these highlights that different schools contribute in a different ways. There is no single rule for education. Each institution focuses on specific needs depending on what society requires. So all schools under the K-12 education programs are expected to function as agents of social change and transformation. So they are expected to contribute to nation building, developing holistically developed and functional literate learners characterized by a healthy mind and body, a solid moral and spiritual groundings. We have the essential knowledge and skills to continuous development himself or herself to the fullest. So we have also the engagement in critical and creative problem solving. And we also have the contribution to the development of progressive and human society, and the appreciation of the beauty of the world and cares for environment for a sustainable future. So the K-12 program emphasized that education to develop the whole person, or it's not just about knowledge but also values, skills, and responsibility. So this is important because society needs individuals who can think critically and act responsibly. So the K-12 program emphasized that education should develop the whole person. And it's not just about knowledge, but it's also about the values, skills, and responsibilities. So, this is important because society needs individuals who can think critically and act responsibly. But before we end our discussion, please read this quote. The education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world by Nelson Mandela. So this quote shows that education is a powerful tool for change. So through learning, people can improve their lives and help build a better society. So I think that's it for my part. Thank you so much for listening. To God be all the glory.